Where do you're coming out from? Washington, States, Seattle.
We're all affiliated with the University of
Affiliated
Washington.
with university, so around. You can also guess from my name. I wasn't born here in the Netherlands. I was born in Spain. No way! Like
I know someone with your same name that comes.
yeah,
I kind of thought.
my last name also actually tells where I come from because that's my last name, Bilbao. It's the city where I was born. So
Bilbao?
Bilbao, yeah. I can't deny where I come from, unfortunately.
What brought you to the Netherlands?
Working in a travel agency back then, and 3 years ago I decided to move into guiding, like because I wasn't feeling like in the office, not so happy anymore, not so made a career switch, and I'm glad with my choice. I can complain like it. And how long are you staying here in Amsterdam? Are you living?
So some
Tomorrow.
of us are leaving tomorrow, some have a couple more
So
days.
we have a couple extra extension days. Okay.
And we're here till Friday.
Until Friday, yeah. So if I also can help with some
Suggestions
and suggestions
yes.
for your next days,
Sure.
glad to help. Now we have to leave this museum area towards the Grachten Museum or the Canal Museum.
Oh, okay.
So we'll start walking towards. Thank you.
So the bicycles have the right of
They
way.
have the right on the bike lane. They
Okay.
shouldn't be here on the pavement, but still sometimes they do abuse of their power because they're first. Then on the road also there's the cars. They have the right, and then it's us. So
Okay.
we need to get used to this mentality. Normally say like you can look both left and right, and often like double check too.
Hey, look. Wow.
This is a museum area. Because this is something we're really proud of. The Rijksmuseum was inaugurated in 1885, and when this was built, there was nothing here around. It's dead. It was still to be developed. So this was like the south gate into the city. And this is where the boundary is also from Amsterdam. And the project, there was of course a contest with different projects and different options also. Many architects also they had also their projects on that. There was one up there. There was a beautiful one with the glass dome. So they had to take the second choice, and the second choice was this project from Pierre Cowpers, who was an architect coming from the south of the Netherlands, and he was fervent Catholic, but also he designed mainly church and cathedrals all the 90s. And this was his first secular building ever. So you can actually see it has a lot of resemblance also with cathedrals and towers. And even if this is, of course, a building built in 1885, after some time, it needed a huge renovation. So, for example, now they have mechanical ventilation, airflow, better heating system. There's lifts and elevators, which weren't. There was no electricity when this was inaugurated. Imagine, like it got a little bit out of date. And the gardens also are amazing. These are free entrance, open until 6 p.m. In the boundaries of the Amsterdam of the 19th century. And if you now turn around, you can see. This is home also for many Argos also from the Dutch Golden Age, which is the 17th century here in the Netherlands.
Wow.
There's also many references to different. This is also one of the longest canals from Amsterdam. We have 165 canals, more than 60 miles in total.
Oh, wow.
So we have here more canals than Venice, and 1,500 bridges. So you don't do anything.
So, und dann hier ein paar Fotos davon. Echt? Ja, das ist echt jetzt.
It's like going on an E, like, I mean, it's just like responsible for wearing a helmet.
En ik ben mijn oplader van mijn laptop.
Respect her individual choice.
I mean, they do respect individual choice, but also like the smart getting your
Right.
right.
But I mean, so they
Head
should
protector,
respect.
right?
They should respect her individual
Yeah, yeah,
choice
yeah.
to wear one.
But they have a word on her, on her choice. But and I mean, my girlfriend is not just criticizing their choice.
That boat
So
with all
it's,
the
you know,
dirt.
That's it.
Ironic that
look at this beauty. It's like we have a small, look at this
little garden.
little
a
garden on
garden
a really old boat, some arbors too. And this is a really important now. You will get to see all around the place here in Amsterdam because there's more than 100 of these bikes. Those are flower bikes, and there's actually an American artist behind all this because that's Warren Gregory's artwork. He's known as Flower Bike Man, and this man, what he did, he in the corners of some streets, he put some bikes with some flowers on the basket just for her to remember, and that helped.
Is bike theft a problem here?
Bike? Yep.
Theft?
Indeed, that's a good point also that you asked, because there's many bikes stolen, and there used to be more bikes stolen. I mean, like normal bikes in the past. Now it's the targets are actually like e-bikes normally.
They take the batteries and
Yeah, because they. I mean, for example, if I take my e-bike, I always take the battery off, like because anyone can just steal them.
Right.
And they're a couple of €1,000 worth. So now there's some mafias involved in stealing all these e-bikes. They take them in vans at night, and in just a couple of hours, they're just abroad. So and normally they're sold in other countries of Eastern Europe. So that's how it's. Do you know how many are? Let's just cross now, and now we're continuing here to the left. Do you know how many are there stolen e-bikes per month?
1,000,
More. In
5,000.
the country, sorry, like
5,000,
more,
15,000,
less.
10,000.
Yeah, 10,000.
Yay!
10,000 on average. I was like, what? I was surprised, really. Like, yeah, let's. The first of the canals, or the outer one from the canal belt, and this also, it's a short canal. Now we're getting into the street. This was a street that led, imagine, in the 19th century to the Rijksmuseum. So everyone here wanted also, after visiting the museum, they wanted to buy some art, some artwork. Like then there were also small ateliers inaugurated here, and also antique shops.
Did you have a hard time learning Dutch?
Yeah, it took me. You assume I do speak Dutch. Like there's people that they don't. Really, they spent many years here in Amsterdam. I know people they've lived for 20 years in Amsterdam and still.
Never learned Dutch.
Or, I mean, some basic, but not, they can't speak it fluently. Gladly, I can say I speak Dutch. Of course, yeah, if you want to work as a guide, I mean, you don't understand the countries exactly the same if you don't master the language. So that was one of my reasons also to get like really intensive into learning Dutch.
And then what other language? So obviously Spanish,
Oh, yeah.
English, Dutch.
Spanish,
Yes.
English, Dutch. I speak also Basque
Oh,
because I'm coming from the Basque country
Right.
in Spain.
Yep.
So we have a different language there.
That's northern Spain.
That's northern Spain, yeah, indeed. And I also speak Portuguese because my girlfriend is Portuguese.
Oh,
So, well, not super fluent. Sorry, let's go in a line here because
yeah.
there's some works going on the painting actually.
Don't want a brick to fall on
Yeah.
your head.
Those are super trendy because you can park them like this, but you can also park them the other way around, so that you can actually fit two people. And you don't need a driving license for this one. Even teenagers from 16 years old to continue on the Golden Bend. Yeah.
So they get to just see what they just see.
Yeah. And look here, for example, you see there are two houses.
Yes.
Those are known as the twin houses because there were two brothers that they had a really smart idea. These Dutch brothers, they thought of just hiring an architect. So they made two symmetrical houses. Yeah, to save some money. Yeah, this one in front, that is from the 18th century. In many houses, you can actually see the anno, so the date the house was built. Of course, many of them they have been renovated, the foundations too, like so they look pretty much more modern than the 18th century.
Are they crooked or is it just?
Yeah, they're crooked.
Oh, yeah, good.
You're right, they're crooked. Like,
I thought I had too much
they're
to
normally
drink
leaning
last night.
forwards, and also they're crooked. And the leaning forwards, it was done intentional, because you see the house is really narrow, and of course there was no lift, no elevator in the 17th and 18th century. So if the house is narrow,
Food.
yeah, they wanted to make the most of the inner room possible. So they did really narrow and steep staircases.
Oh, wow.
And then,
Like Nathan's house.
Yeah.
yeah, nothing could be taken up the stairs. They used those hoisting beams there on top with a hook and a pulley. With a rope, everything went through the windows.
Yeah, pianos.
Yeah, furniture.
Couches.
Like, yeah. Now we have IKEA.
Yeah.
And half of my apartment is furnished with IKEA.
We all love IKEA.
Yeah, we all have. I mean, it's kind of wide,
Yeah.
like really minimalistic and simplistic apartment ours.
It's good for like 3 years.
Yeah, for a short time.
Yeah.
Not long-lasting.
No.
In any case.
But
that was not
easy to carry. Yeah.
easy to carry, easy to assemble. I mean, with instructions and some tools anyone can. And so leaning forwards, leaning or crook, that has to do with the subsidence.
Oh.
Because this is a soft soil, a mixture of clay and peat. So it's like a sponge. When you build on houses, they sunk.
So they sink and they come out.
Yeah, they move. Yeah, they're still moving, like some of them.
So then people would pull the food and everything up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the entrance to. And there's also some links with your country. Because here, John Adams in 1782,
John Adams.
he also signed an agreement of friendship between the Netherlands and he got a huge loan. It will be 22 million. This is the entrance to the Museum of the Canals. I agree with that. Ja, we zijn een van de groep, de tweede toeristen.
Ja, ja. Mijn collega.
Oké, super, dank u wel. Wie heeft het een pauze? Super.
Ja, maar mijn gasten kunnen misschien nu meteen.
Jullie kunnen mee, ik heb het zeker.
Ja,
Goed, kunnen we
kan ik kiezen?
Ja, misschien.
Misschien moeten ze nog even naar de wc. Die is
Ja, naar de
beneden,
wc en beneden en op de rugzakken.
En de rugzakken.
Yeah.
Ja, moeten ook.
Yeah. This is the entrance also from the museum. The multimedia guy.
Note to self.
Yeah, in this route, for example, you can't ride the bike.
You cannot?
No, you cannot. There's
so
only like some
walking-
traffic allowed.
Well, also
Trams.
the track would catch your front wheel.
One of the worst accidents I had was actually like getting a wheel on the rail and then you 15 minutes tram from the central station.
Okay.
You're really close to the central station.
I don't know where our hotel is.
So Holland has a really strong bicycle racing.
Yeah,
team.
they're really good in speed racing.
The sprint,
like
I
with bike.
think-
Not so good in mountains. Let's say
Yeah.
like when
Pursuit
turns
on
to-
the track.
like getting up the mountain. But
Yep.
now there's also some really good Yes, for example, some good bikers also there in the UCI Pro Tour.
Hey, Union Cycling International.
Yeah, now they have some nice bikers as well. Like, but it's
I think they're-
no surprise.
I
like,
think their world sprint champion
yes,
is,
Sprint Champions is
yep, so big. It's used to be very tactical,
it is like.
but now it's just pure power, and their legs are so big.
They're really tall. Like, also, like this is the tallest country on earth. I don't know if you've read about.
Oh,
it before.
you're tall.
This is the tallest country for men, and I think last year was also the second tallest also for women. So here the average is 6.2 because it's 183 centimeters. That's 6'2".
That's good.
6'2", right?
Yeah.
6'2",
We're like
6'3".
one of the only countries in the world that uses feet.
Yeah, yeah. It took my time also to get to translate some. So I'm not really great in calculations, but sometimes I do like a fast calculation.
I
So
can.
where are we right now?
This is called.
We're in
We're still in the
Amsterdam.
Canal Belt,
Yeah.
but we're facing now the. So you know already where the Hard Rock is.
We haven't found a food that we haven't liked yet on this trip.
Right, that's a good sign.
Yeah.